fear through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, danced a jig over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son, still have me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.
Hello and welcome to another episode, or edition, whatever you want to call it this week, of Backyard Beers and Football. I am your host, co-host, Coast Shane, and I am joined by just one lonesome host, co-host, Coast, in Steve, as Rob.
You gotta say lonesome. Well, we already know that I'm lonely.
We are lonely men. That's why we do this podcast, honestly. So thank you guys for listening. You are essentially our friends and family at this point. And we keep in contact with you as frequently as we keep in contact with them, which is absolutely never. So we're sorry that we don't always respond. But Rob is out tonight, so it is just me and Steve for Backyard Beers. And as always, did you make that?
No.
All right.
Sorry, trying to shoot a rubber band into a trash can.
I feel like every show for that you and I are on now for the last 2 weeks, we've tried to shoot things into the waistband, and it just doesn't work out. But as always, with Backyard Beers and Football, we will talk a little bit of Eagles. We'll roll into some NFL topics around the league, and we will end on Chiefs talk. So for those of you guys who are listening specifically for Chiefs, you can fast forward, or you can listen to the genius content of us ranting about Philadelphia Eagles football and the rest of the NFL to lead in.
Yeah, and listen to me be positive about the Eagles for you guys.
It's true. Hey, I'm fine. I'm a realist. I see what I see.
Me too. I'm just a realist with the positivity.
With a positive spin.
Because I don't watch as closely as you guys do.
I know. That is a pain in the dick. I'll be honest. Watching this week, not... How much of this game did you watch? I assume you watched everything, right? It was a Monday night game?
No.
Did you fall asleep?
No. I had games to play. NHL 20's out.
Right. Little sidebar here. Definitely listen to Whiskey Ramble because we're going to hear about the absurd lines that Steve drafted in NHL 20. So definitely a quality show over there. Shameless plugging for you. Not a great Eagles week start of that game. First half.
Oh yeah, that was the majority of what I saw, and it was not good.
Yeah, it was bad. And it's bad because I'm sitting there as a diehard Eagles fan, diehard Philadelphia sports fan. I have no reaction. Nothing at all surprises me. I'm just sitting there when something bad happens. I'm like, okay.
It reminds me
good
of
happens. I'm like, okay.
Kind of the end, the last 2 years of Hackstall for me with the Flyers.
Yeah, you just this, you know what? Why would I expect anything different?
Yeah.
This is what this is. And they've taken the joy and fun out of the game of football. I know we came back and we won. It was the freaking Giants on Monday night. Even that, I'm like, all right, let me trust truth right now for a second. I did celebrate fairly hard. I was quite excited. Me and LJ and the dog Bryce.
Did you all embrace?
We did. We cried. It was a beautiful moment. But momentarily, right after that, I sat back down and I was like, you know what? I still don't give a shit. This team is just not good. It took everything in us. It took Carson Wentz first kind of comeback victory in a key moment for them to beat the freaking 2 and whatever Giants or 3 and whatever Giants. That's not good. As an outsider on the inside looking out, what do we call this now? How did you phrase that one time? I've said it almost every pod.
I have no idea.
And we've always said it different. You're on the inside, on the outside looking in, inside of the outside looking in. I think that's how you said it.
Okay.
We're going to roll with that. Well, what have you kind of gathered from, you work with a bunch of Eagles fans too, so.
Yeah. So I've heard.
What have they got for you?
All I've heard is just anger and complaints and absurd positivity from one guy after being absurdly negative 2 minutes prior.
Is this me?
No.
Okay, just wondering. Honestly, I can't remember anymore. I'm in a funk.
No. I still see the Eagles winning this division. That game, it was if only you could cover. If Ronald Darby makes that catch on the Darius Slayton first touchdown, it's not as close of a game. Everything's changed, kind of. I think he misses that tackle, one, because he's not a great tackler, but also the rain. As soon as you miss it, you're sliding right off of him, and then he's gone.
You're not catching Darius Slayton anyway.
He almost did.
No.
Okay. So
Ron Darby has no legs left.
Yeah, well, that's what you trade LaShawn McCoy for, or who was it?
No, Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews.
I think we
okay.
traded like Jordan Matthews and a second.
Well,
Like, that's not a good trade.
he was kind of...
I mean, granted, now looking at what J-Matt has turned into, but yeah.
Exactly. So, both teams lost besides that second round pick. I can attribute that first half debacle, I guess we could say. Well, and the weather, injuries just piling up during the time,
Yeah.
and also Eli Manning had to have his one touchdown in the first half. Well, I guess he had two. But he could only do it to Darius Slayton.
That's correct.
So Darius Slayton was just too much for them. If they cover him, they just somehow cover him, they win that game. 17.
Not unlike
17-6.
Had Parker not gone off for his career week, would have been a different
Yeah,
game.
and some of those were great catches.
They
So,
were phenomenal. That guy's got some strong-ass hands.
but like outside of these two insane games out of wide receivers against the Eagles, where one I'm chalking up to the weather affecting a tackle. I think they really do have, like, their defense has played so strong in recent weeks outside of the Dolphins game.
Yeah.
And that was a trap game. We can call it a trap game now because the Eagles are still going to win the division. They're still going to win out.
It's weird, man. So I feel like this Giants, like the last 2 weeks, have just completely turned balance on the Eagles fandom universe. Those who were like, I am so out on this team. So out. The Miami happens, and they're like, nothing's turning me around. This season's freaking lost.
Yeah.
Beat the Giants, and they're like, oh, I'm feeling it. We're in. Comeback win. Carson finally got the big win. Here we are, and they're like all ready to go. Then there were people who, like yourself, you're like, listen, if we were going to lose one of the next 5 games, it was going to be against Miami. We're still good here. We're going to come in, and then they beat the Giants, and they're like, they look like shit. This team ain't going it. This just ain't it. There's like no, like, we were positive going into these 2 weeks.
Fluctuating
and
too
we
hard.
stayed. It's bizarre, man. I don't know. They need an emotional, like...
It's like a fucking heartbeat scanner thing.
Yeah, it's exactly EKG, I think it's called.
Whatever.
Who cares?
It's too
a
scientific
squiggly
for me.
line.
Yeah.
It's
big.
not, yeah, it's not great.
That's what it is. Positive, negative, positive, negative. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
And it's just Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Eagles,
you're not wrong.
Eagles fandom, which is
Philadelphia's
partially
fandom.
why more so Eagles. I guess it's a less length of a season.
I think that's a big part of
Yeah.
it.
So like it's 16 games, so it's like how many months is it? Like
4 months.
4 months, which is still like not that long, or not that. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Just ignore that. But it's really week to week. There's so few games that you have so much time in between games to really critique and think about shit. And
That's true.
but sometimes you got to just stand back and be like, wow, they didn't play all that well, but they still won, and they still have a chance, and they have a very easy schedule ahead of them. And, you know, the Redskins suck. The Cowboys,
Are a train wreck right now.
yes, and if they just fired Jason Garrett and promoted Kellen Moore, I think that would actually kickstart them, but they're not going to do it, which is good for Eagles fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they go 9-7. Hey, they go 8-8. Just say they lose to the Redskins, or no, the Giants last game of the season.
Giants are the last game.
Okay, yeah, Eli Manning's final start as a Giant. Maybe he wins it. I still can see the Cowboys going 7-9.
Yeah, I've heard this. I've heard this both ways from a lot of different Eagles fans. A lot of Eagles fans sit there and think our strength of schedule right now, like, we're better than the opponents that we have. We're good here. We're fine. The Eagles are just good enough. And then there's the other people who are sitting there saying, well, I don't believe in the Eagles, but I damn sure don't believe in Dallas. Yeah. Dallas got to go up against the Bears, who Mitchell Trubisky made them look horrible, which is amazing.
Which looks terrible on their defense and their coaches.
God, it's embarrassing. And then they got to go in against the hot LA team, who's also looking to try to make any kind of a push for any kind. Like, I think they're barely hanging on. Like, and then they got to play
on Sean McVay.
Sean McVay going to Sean McVay, and like then they got to come and play the Philadelphia Eagles, who are also, like I said, they every single week is a must win. You know, for this team as well.
I think it's gonna be a really close game.
I do think it's gonna be a close game,
but we're looking too far ahead. You got the Redskins first.
We do, yeah, it's true. We do have the Dwayne Haskins.
That would be the problem here.
Right.
You look too far ahead.
Here's the thing. If Colt McCoy was starting, this fucking season's over. Like, let's just call this for what it is. Colt McCoy.
I love Colt McCoy almost as much as you do, but even I can't agree with that.
Dwayne Haskins stinks.
He does. Colt McCoy,
better chance to win
his career was ruined
because of the Browns. Everything
Yeah.
about and that Pittsburgh Steelers concussion hit, where they were like, "Hey, dude, wake up. Are you good? Yeah, he's fine. Throw him back out there." Old school concussion rules.
At least he didn't convulse like Tom Savage. But yeah, I still think the Eagles are going to be fine. You got the Redskins this week, and
Yep.
you know they suck. They can hardly score 2 touchdowns, let alone 1.
Same with Miami, who was averaging 14.8 points going in.
Yeah, but they have Devontae Parker. Who do the Redskins have?
Who's this piece of the?
Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm focusing on the wrong position. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Ryan Fitzpatrick is
who
just
scored about 8 touchdowns.
Awesome.
Has thrown 8 touchdowns, or give or take, against Eagles, and basically all for separate teams, all for
No, that's
different
not true.
teams.
He threw 7. That sucks.
Was that with Tampa?
What's up?
Was that with Tampa?
Yeah, last year he threw 4. This year he threw 3. So 7 in the last 2 weeks. But
Okay, so he's thrown like 20.
It's insane.
Yeah,
He just
but it's all with different teams.
it is 7 different teams. He scored
Yeah.
a touchdown, or threw a touchdown.
That Harvard grad, he knows what he's doing.
Brilliant,
Smart.
absolutely.
The
Brilliant.
highest
Great
Wonderlic
beard.
test.
So I know, right? We should all do that. By the way, we should all sit down, take the Wonderlic, and see.
I already know I've lost a lot of brain cells. Don't put that evil on me.
Yeah, but like you're brilliant, like partially, a little bit.
I have my moments.
That's what I'm saying. You just have to have 20 of them in a row during a time test. That's all. No big deal. I think we should do it. I genuinely think we should all take the Wonderlic. Also, this is Backyard Beers and Football. We didn't have any beer in the house today, so Steve is drinking a Red Bull and Tullamore
You see.
and he bought himself a 99-cent pour.
It's my second one. I accidentally threw out the first one.
How do you accidentally throw one? Oh, you throw it with the bottle when you're drunk?
Yes.
Yeah, never
No,
mind.
I wasn't drunk. It was the day after, where I'm like, okay, well that bottle's empty. I'm replacing it.
That's a waste
Forgot
of
it was on
99
there. I
cents.
forgot it was on there.
Waste
It was
of
red.
99
All right,
cents.
clearly, you know, Tullamore Dew in red. You know, it all matches.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little
I forgot it was on there, and I
Just so
wasn't
you guys
looking.
know, Tullamore Dew label is green and gold. Oh, that's brilliant.
All right, so
So last thing on the Eagles here, before we roll into some of the subsegments, injuries obviously murdering this football team this year. You know, it happens all across the NFL. But last week we lose Lane Johnson to what looked like, I don't know, someone shot him from the stands in his lower leg, and
no,
he
that
was
wasn't as
dead.
bad. No, Deion Lewis is the only guy to get shot during a game.
That was hilarious. Though. Like, not great, but hilarious.
It just looked fucking hilarious.
really
He's just cutting, and then he just jumps
That's it.
like 3 feet.
In minute, it was weird. But Lane Johnson goes down. Wouldn't expect him playing this week. You're certainly not this week. Probably not the Dallas game. Possibly done for the year. We don't know. Alshon is done for the year. Not that he's played well, but he probably played his last snap as an Eagle. We don't have receivers. I would say
We got Greg Ward.
Greg Ward. I wish they would call up Mark and Michelle from the practice squad.
And I got that Rob Davis dude.
Yeah, who the fuck knows who that is? Like,
I don't know. I
do you
saw
know?
no, I have no idea.
I haven't. All right, so I have not. I usually go into like a deep YouTube dive on these players. I'm like, all right, let's just see what they got.
Is it on par with my Matt Moore when Patrick Mahomes got hurt?
No. I usually
That
do.
was like 3 hours.
I usually
I'm
do
trying to
stuff like
find
that,
videos.
but I didn't because I don't care enough right now.
Well, yeah, they got this
but
Davis
JJ,
guy.
I think Whiteside, like
Yeah, he caught a pass again. He caught 2.
the one catch is super nice too.
I didn't see it.
All right then, one of those catches was very nice.
But the injuries, yes. I'm just gonna delay talking about the injuries. Zach Ertz is incapable
Breaking
of getting
tackle.
yards after the catch.
It'll never happen.
He's so incapable of it that when he makes the catch and clearly has
5 yards to go.
field in front of him, he looks to the left at the defender and tries to juke him and ends up just falling down exactly where we caught it.
Correct.
It was just mind-boggling. I was like, he
All right, hypothetical.
He just can't.
Hypothetical here, and we all love Zach Ertz. He's a phenomenal pass catching tight end. Certainly had a few issues with his hands this year.
He just can't make more money than his wife.
So that's true. She does wear the pants and financial pants in the family. But hypothetically, Dallas Goedert has all the tools to be a very, very
Dallas Goedert
good.
makes that catch. He gets 10 yards after the catch.
Probably so. But he's found himself kind of out of place in this offense right now. Like the 12 personnel doesn't really work. they are struggling to find personnel packages once they only moronically dressed 3 receivers on Monday night. Alshon goes down.
They had Josh McCown.
What? Josh? I would have so loved to have seen him go out there. It
would have been amazing in overtime.
If he was the one to catch the pass from Wentz. We would have built a statue of him too. It would have been awesome. What happened?
Main focus on the hair.
That's it.
For
just
Connor.
the hair. Not for me. I was the one who first said that.
Oh, really?
But he did name his football team after that.
That's why I said it.
I guess I kind of have to give Connor a little bit of credit there. Connor, the host of Crossing Borders with AMYP, which I'll be back on this week, I think, if we actually record a show. But definitely give that show a shot as well. I'm going to shameless plug all throughout this one. Just listen to all the AMYP pods right before we get rid of everyone and make them all go out on their own and see how long that fucking lasts.
Hey, we can still help them out.
We'll help them.
Yeah.
But I got to take a little bit of a break here. This is absurd. Too much work. Too much. Not enough time.
I don't know what that's like.
Why would you? All you do is just drink and play NHL 2020.
I was working like 80, 90-hour weeks.
I'm being facetious, man.
Fuck you.
It is true.
All right, let's move on from the Eagles. The injuries suck. They happen.
Yes.
They dressed 3 receivers, which it's a bold move, Cotton, but hey, it did pay off in a way. They won.
Yeah, well, you know what's cool?
Joshua Perkins was plus 2,200 to score a touchdown. I'm talking to my friend. I'm like, ooh.
Did you put $1 on that?
No.
Oh, right, because you lost all your money playing blackjack.
We'll talk about that.
Like
Whiskey Ramble.
Degenerate.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, man, I might just put $1 on this, win 22. And then my friend's like, who the fuck's Joshua Perkins? Like, he's like the third tight end.
He's a tight end that they think is a receiver sometimes.
Yeah, and he brings up like Richard Rodgers, and I'm like, yeah, it's not him.
Not Richard Rodgers.
And then I wake up, I look at the stats, and I see that he had 5 catches for like 30-some yards. I'm like, God damn, if only one of those was a touchdown, I would have been so much angrier.
I would have been pissed too, knowing that was the plus on that.
But it was like the next closest, I think, might have been Boston Scott at plus 700.
Boston Scott game, man.
It was the Boston Scott game.
And Andy Reid has been preaching this kid's name for like 2 seasons now.
Andy Reid?
Did I just call him Andy Reid?
I think
he is essentially Andy Reid. Doug Peterson, wow.
The Andy Reid disciple.
His name. Yes, the disciple of Andy. Has been preaching Boston Scott's name forever. But for a more in-depth look at that game, go to the Kelly Green Hour. We think they're going to still put out shows. It's Connor and LJ. They do put together a really good product over there, so definitely give them a listen. They talk more extensively there. But with Rob out of the studio today, we're going to take a kind of a short seat here on the Eagles and move into some other NFL stuff. But before we do, we have one Lane Johnson's Groundhog Advice column that was written in this week, and I actually love it, so we're going to do it.
All right.
Did not get any questions in, or if we did, I totally didn't open your emails. Sorry about that. I have like 48 emails on the phone right now on our account. I have no fucking idea why.
Probably all questions.
Maybe. I'm not positive anymore.
Or maybe some of them. Your podcast sucks. This is what you can do better.
If
or,
that is...
Your podcast is great. This is what I love. But you're not reading it, so we won't know.
Listen, I'll get back to it, all right? I've been busy and angry.
I'll just rain about on Whiskey Ramble.
We'll talk about it on Whiskey Ramble. Not a big deal. All right, the Lane Johnson's Groundhog Advice column. As always, for first-time listeners, welcome. This is basically Lane Johnson wanted to shoot a groundhog in his backyard, and he wanted some advice from the Philly people. The long and the short of that story. So people write in for advice on any topic in life, in sports, and betting, whatever it is, and we supply you with that advice to the best of our ability. Steve has always stated, we need more details, we need more details, and you people have not given us more details.
Did this one?
Did not, but I love the scenario,
okay.
so we're going to talk about it anyway.
I need more details already.
So we do need more details, like... We'll get to it. All right. So here it is. Guy writes in.
Hold on. Fuck ESPN because I'm
happened?
tired of I had to make sure I was muted on my laptop because I'm trying to bring up the stats for the Chiefs game. ESPN just auto plays the videos.
Oh, immediately.
So at work, you're trying to read this article, auto play. Fuck you. All right. Continue.
Not great.
Sorry.
No worries. All right. So the guy writes in. He says, "You're dating a twin, and the sister of that twin comes in pretending to be your girl. You fully know that it is not in fact your girlfriend, but you absolutely embrace it and plead ignorance. Are you the bad guy, or are you brilliant and playing, or are you just brilliant at playing the hand you are dealt? In hindsight, I'm not really sure that I should be asking this question, but I also need to know, should my girlfriend be more mad at me or more mad at her sister? I mean, come on.
Sister.
First of all,
Here's the thing. We need more details because you don't know. Did the girlfriend put the sister up to this?
oh, that's devious stuff.
That-
If that's the
that's what I'm
case,
saying.
dude, you need to. Well, first of all, if that's the case, you got them both. Walk away.
Yeah,
you should
exactly.
be happy. Like, that's it. But I would
then-
say your girlfriend's probably going to be pissed at you. One, for going through with something you should know. The skill sets of these two women have to be at least minorly different. The playbook that they run in the bedroom has to be minorly different. Everyone has a thing that they do, a go-to thing. There's got to be a difference. That pleading of ignorance, that's not a thing.
Maybe she's trying something new.
I don't know, man.
Maybe she's trying something new.
But we respect it regardless. That was impressive for you, by the way.
I just want to start off with, I don't know if like this is a potential real life situation for this questioner, whatever, listener, or if he's just watching too much porn and thinking about it too much.
Well, if you're watching too much porn, you could clearly tell that they're not twins. It's just some random blonde with another random blonde. One's like 43 and like Botoxed out, and the other one's like 18 and looks like she's 12. It's absurd. Porn industry's terrible.
Anywho,
Except for Danny Daniels. You were a total babe, and we love you.
I feel like it's every time now, whether on here or Whiskey Ramble.
Whiskey Ramble.
Just got to bring her up.
She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing.
All right,
if
so-
you don't know who Danny Daniels is, by the way, you've just made your life so much better. Guy or girl, won't matter. She's amazing.
Probably one of those twin things.
Also, probably, has a funny as hell podcast. Not that we should put out other podcasts, but it is wonderful. I think it's called Two Onions. Now I can't remember.
Two onions.
Two
Okay.
Onions. But moving on. What do you got?
This is like the Chasing Amy thing. Chasing Amy is a fantastic Kevin Smith movie where man dates a lesbian and then he realizes that his roommate is gay and in love with him, and they hate the roommate and the girlfriend hate each other. So Ben Affleck's character's brilliant idea was we should have a threesome. This should be this listeners. If this does happen, that's just, okay, it happened. Here's how we solve it. We just have a threesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
It is decided. Thanks for the laugh, though, on that send in. I do genuinely hope that's a real life thing. We didn't supply you with any advice, but we did.
No, I did. They just have to have a threesome.
That's right. Steve supplied you with advice. I just found amusement to the whole situation. So, look.
Yeah. The twin. I said it. I said it in them that if the girlfriend
Wait a minute.
put the sister up to it, then she's the problem, and that's fucking weird. But also, I guess kind of hot for the guy. Hey, you got both, like you said. Who's the bad guy in the situation? It's the twin.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, hey, she's horny, so she's getting
She's
some.
got to get what she got to get.
The girlfriend, sister already got some, and dude, listener, he got both. So I think everybody kind of wins there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a one-time thing. Yeah, I didn't know it was your sister. I thought it was you. You're twins. Sorry.
I gotta plead ignorance.
I
Is
plead
that
the
wrong
fifth.
of me? Should I not have done that?
I thought it was you. You wear those pants all the time. We had the same pants. You had the same looks.
Everything about you. Same. All right, so let's roll into some
Her
of
voice is
the-
deeper. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. It's just so hard to tell in the heat of the moment.
She was just so aggressive. Just into it.
I'm a sub. Oh, shit, you're right. I thought you were trying something new.
Oh, man. Look, man, congratulations on your life. That seems,
Congratulations
hellish,
on
but
the
great.
sex.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Congrats on the sex. All right, so moving into some around the NFL stuff before we get into Chiefs talk here. Like I said, we don't have any questions this week, so hopefully whatever we talk about, we answer whatever you had. Let's start with Odell Beckham. So a ton of different articles have come out from a ton of different platforms.
I've only read headlines. I haven't actually read the articles
Clicked
because I
into
don't
them.
really care. I don't care about Odell anymore.
I don't know who could. Like, it's so boy who cried a wolf. Like, it's just like you had the issues in New York.
He's so good.
He should be, but he just can't get out of his own way. And that Browns
And he can't get out of the kicker's net way.
Anything. The guy's nuts. But he has been now reported to have at least 4 different teams during the games, on-field mics have caught him saying, "Talk to your people. Bring me in. Bring me in." Most recently, I think it was against the Packers or something. He said, "I want to change my face mask to green. Let's go." Like, make it happen. That you have to know as an NFL player at this point that there are players that are wearing mics everywhere now. There's on-field mics. Someone's going to pick up everything. You can't cause that kind of toxicity for your already struggling, very much so underperforming Cleveland football team with a second-year quarterback who is very much so going through a sophomore slump. Like, this makes Odell look so bad. That being said, and we'll take it back to the Eagles for a second.
Would you trade for him?
Is that a play that you would make next in this offseason?
I mean, you look into it, certainly. But, you have to check the mics to see if he said it to the Eagles. If he didn't, then you just don't do it.
I mean, that would be impressive. Didn't play them.
Yeah, well, there's a yeah, you're right. You got me there. All right.
Got you there. And plus, preseason, he didn't have enough time to be pissed off yet.
I guess that's
right,
fair.
Because he was still recovering from ankle surgery or whatever the hell
He
he
was too
having.
busy doing the
Getting
interviews with Jarvis
and
So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's so fucking stupid.
Oh, it's awful.
It's just stupid. Just play the game. And, I understand wide receivers are like a different breed in the NFL.
Yeah.
But it's just absurd. Dude, just play the game. If you're unhappy, just come out and say it. I don't give a shit. I like to see unhappy players that are not
marketable.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Right?
It's marketable. And then, then you bring this on, and then you ask the quarterback about it, I think is what happened. I think they asked Baker about it. That right there is stupid.
Don't put your 23-year-old quarterback in that kind of a position.
Yeah, he's already in a really fragile state of mind already. He's
my
been
God.
terrible, and he's finally getting it going, and then you're bombarding him with these questions. The media is the worst.
Media is terrible. Absolutely horrible. We are not members of that. We just talk about them. No, it's weird, and it goes beyond the Odell.
I would love to
thing.
be a radio personality.
So Steve you would be a good radio personality.
Yeah.
100%. Especially if they let you drink on air. They
don't have to know. It's called a flask.
It's true. But all around the NFL, or sports in general, it seems like there's always these big name athletes who just feed off of toxicity, and then there's athletes who create toxicity but certainly don't feed off of it. Terrell Owens was brilliant at being a problem but incredibly productive throughout the process. Antonio Brown was a problem, still catching 115 balls, 8 touchdowns, and 1,600 yards a season.
His main problem was he just wanted the ball.
He just, right. And, well, honestly, the same thing with Terrell Owens. But then you get to the Odells, who his productivity has dipped. He's...
I don't know if... I haven't watched many Browns games because I don't have a reason to, because I don't care about the Browns. Besides my bet about on them.
Besides your bet.
As long as they win out, I don't have to pay any money. As long as the Raiders lose out, I don't have to pay any money.
There you go.
We just split. But yeah, I just don't care enough about Odell Beckham anymore. I'm just tired of hearing this. It was funny in New York because I'm friends with a Giants fan.
That is funny.
But now it's just I don't care. You've already been traded and you have problems already. It's your first year there. Baker's a young quarterback who's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, just shut the hell up.
Yeah, maybe.
You were excited about getting a fresh start there. Yeah. Don't burn that bridge immediately.
Yeah, it's just stupid is what it is. It's just stupid.
I agree.
And, I will continue to read the headlines, but not the article. I will scroll right past it after I glanced at it.
But acknowledge the headline as what it is.
Yeah, and it's just, Odell, get your shit together. You're a fantastic receiver. Just get your shit together.
That's it.
If you got your shit together, maybe, hey, you would be catching the ball more.
Maybe, yeah, you might get more targets.
Yeah. Maybe he's getting jealous of Jarvis now. Ooh, yeah, there's that conspiracy theory. Yeah, he's just too jealous of Jarvis.
Those LSU boys, man. Just can't hang. Another thing that's stupid to me. So why waste?
Is this the week of stupid?
This is
NFL
the week
news.
of stupid.
Okay, all right.
It is dumb. We'll talk about. So tonight, Baltimore is playing. Well, when we are recording, Baltimore is playing the Jets, and just 23 yards away, Lamar Jackson before he breaks Michael Vick's rushing record. Michael Vick has been nothing but classy throughout this process. He says it's great for the game.
Yeah, because Lamar doesn't kill dogs.
I've seen the evolution of Michael Vick. And so he is a captain for the Pro Bowl this year, which is a stupid honor.
There's a petition against it.
And that's what's stupid.
Again, another article headline I've read, but not the actual article.
It's absurdly dumb. That's what it is. So here's the thing. He's paid his debt to society. I'm a huge dog lover, right? He paid the debt that they gave him.
Okay. All right.
So
he did his jail time. Okay.
He did that. But why waste the energy, right? Like, why would you... We're supposed to be giving the opportunity to second chances and the opportunity to sit there and, I don't want to say like reinvent yourself, but certainly learn from those mistakes and then use whatever it was, not unlike Michael Vick did, to sit there and try to create a platform of awareness and speak on whatever it is you've done stupidly, make it a positive spin and make an impact elsewhere. Michael Vick did all the necessary steps throughout this process. It's been 15
I don't think
years.
I put your ice away. Oh, well.
No worries. You're the only one who uses it.
That's why it's always frozen in the block.
I know. I got to get better at that.
All right. So, Michael Vick,
But-
I can't even believe that he's on Fox or whatever it is as like an analyst. Yeah.
Why?
I'm surprised because you put his face out there and everybody's going to look and be like, that fucking dog killer. He was a phenomenal player, athlete. And like, but that's just such a
terrible human being.
That's such a shit stain on your
got
fucking reputation.
better. Of course it is, but people fuck up. We are all better than the worst thing that we've ever done. Like that, it's just as simple as that. Like, unless you're walking around, you're killing 3,000 people, and you're just like, I feel okay about
He
this.
electrocuted dogs.
So, yes, that happened. And again, huge dog person here. I basically cry looking at the dog sometimes. I'm like, this is a great guy, man. I'm so glad we're buds. But like, so yeah, obviously, I hate the action
Do you not
that happened.
see him on TV and just immediately look at Bryce?
I don't make eye contact. Neither of us do. We stare in opposite directions
Because he knows somehow.
He's a smart guy. But again, I'm not saying that what he did wasn't heinous and wasn't awful. It was, but he had the opportunity.
I just think it's a ballsy move to like put him out on TV. After
Sure,
the
but
whole
I
shit
respect
thing.
that.
I understand like him playing again.
If that's the case, just fucking execute him and let him go down. And I'm not like this is going to be
No,
something
you
that's
just
100% edit out of the bond.
excommunicate him from media.
But again, you're
saying execute. I'm saying excommunicate.
That was better. So I'm gonna find this part of the pod. We are now 31 minutes in. I'm gonna have to go back and find that. But again, if you take away everything from someone, it's how much longer until he goes right back to doing the things that he was doing. So all these people that are putting out petitions and reminding him you're never going to be anything more than that.
He'll do his own platform.
He could, but he's very good at what he does.
Give him a radio show.
He's good at what he does.
Is he?
Yes.
Running the ball? Throwing a deep pass?
It's just
to Peerless Price?
I am so not for any of these petitions. I am for the reclamation projects.
I'm not for them either. He's already out there. Like you said, he has paid his, kind of due in a way, but that's still going to linger there, and that's why, like...
I'm not saying...
I'm just saying that's the only reason why, like, it's always going to linger.
Of course it's always going to linger. Like,
and that's why it's like you just keep him, like, the minuscule level. Like, maybe have him, like, come in, like, randomly as a spot guest, have a radio show or a podcast.
Again, you still have to allow the opportunities for him. You can't sit there and disallow him things because you don't like what he did 15 years ago. Like, you just can't. Like, at a certain point, you're going to push him back to doing dumb shit.
No.
Yes.
No.
If you close the doors to everything that he's trying to advance in.
Just like close the doors on his dog fighting?
You just keep on saying shit, man. I'm going to cry up in here on the air. It's not okay.
I'm sorry, Bryce.
He's just down there.
Bryce is downstairs like...
It's probably exactly what's going on. I should probably bring him up here for Whiskey Ramble and let him pop out. But
no, he's like crying, ears perked.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna pay attention to Bryce the next time Michael Vick's on TV and just see if he knows, see if he gets a sense. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna be like, you know what? The dog forgave him. Like, we're good here.
Is he the same breed? Is he part pit bull?
He is part pit bull. Yes.
He gets even. Yeah.
We'll see which part. He like growl. He's like that Harrison Ford picture where he's smiling and frowning at the same time. He's growling out of one side, but he's like totally playfully puppy, like smiling out the other one.
No, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be one ear down, one ear up.
All right, that I could totally see happening.
And tail only wags towards the ear up.
I'm gonna
just
sit there and
stops in the
look at him
middle.
and think he's having a stroke or something. Oh,
Yeah, it's because he saw Mike Vick on TV and knows what he did.
all right, man. Well, look, if Bryce winks at me to sign the petition, apparently I have to change my tune. Bryce is the name of the dog, by the way. I don't know if for anyone who hasn't, I have to assume I've talked about him on this pod. Whatever.
I'm sure they've heard him on.
That's true. That is true. Oh, jumping up and down on the bed and stuff. All right, and let's move on to another stupid here. Can we stop talking about Colin Kaepernick? That's one I'm pretty okay with.
It's been 3 years.
What is he going to come in to offer anybody?
A backup quarterback.
I would accept that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Why can't he accept that?
I don't know. Because
He has no interest in fucking playing football.
he didn't do shit without Greg Roman
so
and Jim Harbaugh.
True.
Is it Jim or John? I don't know. I always get the Harbaugh brothers mixed up.
The one that was out on the West Coast. That's all.
Is it Jim or John?
I don't know. It's Jim. It's Jim. Yeah, it's Jim.
See, the problem is that the one's James, the one's John, and then
not a fan.
they're too close together. And
Yeah,
especially
not a
it's
fan.
Jim John. Like Jimmy John's like, am I getting a sandwich? I don't know.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry.
I am fucking starving. I haven't eaten anything since about 3:30.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm
back
cool
to
with
back to the
getting
Colin Kaepernick thing.
Back to the Colin Kaepernick.
Also, fuck his afro.
Right? Like that. Josh Richardson's got a smooth look right now. That guy coming out there when he's not playing, and he's got the open shirt, the pants that don't go all the way down that usually look like shit on guys, but for whatever reason, Josh Richardson rocks it out, and he's got that 70s furrow going. Fresh. That guy looks good. Colin Kaepernick looks like a lunatic. He looks like he's just homeless.
The afro doesn't work with like his nose and like facial features. Like it's just
That is
fucking
true.
bizarre.
It looks weird. And also,
It's like,
doesn't it
look at my-
he's
look at
kind
me
of
right
balding
now.
right here. Like he looks like he's going to be like
Yeah.
the
So-
off-colored stooge.
So it's about 35% into his scalp, and then it's fucking just bulging out of
It's
just
so weird.
fro hair, and it's like, I mean, like, I understand, like, you know, you don't want to get a haircut, you know, you got an afro, you think you're cool, but I just don't know.
At least pick it forward. Like try to even that out. Lessen the 35% scalp that you got showing.
But like, can he put a helmet on?
Dude, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't see the video
But
of
then,
him
like, Isaac
training.
Sayamalo has like a goofy ass, like giant big hair, and
I don't know how it works.
neither do I, dude. Because
Our one employee, Brandon, was like, "This is what I do," and he was like showing me. I'm like, "The fuck are you showing me?" He's like, "How he puts his hat on for concession." I was like,
who did this?
One of our employees, Brandon, at
Oh,
our
the old
previous
place.
job. Yeah,
Oh, I got you.
I was like,
Yo, he was supposed to write an intro for us.
Brandon,
That's correct. Did you know he raps and does like music and beats and all this other shit? Like every other kid from Knox
100%
County.
believe it. He smoked a lot of weed, so
Yeah, good for him, man.
yeah.
He knows what's up.
Great kid, Brandon. If you listen, you're a great kid. Kind of
Yeah,
miss
man.
you.
We do miss you.
Kind of.
So let's roll into the only serious news topic that I wanted to talk about. It's not even that serious.
Is this stupid too?
It is stupid. But it's less stupid than the other stuff. It's just refereeing, and this is
Oh,
not
it is stupid.
It is stupid. It's not specific to the NFL because all across sports right now, and I do think
true.
that high definition TVs and mass replays and social media where you can just sit there and watch GIFs all night of every single time someone fucks up that's got stripes on. Like, it's hard. Everything you do is under a microscope. I get that, but you can't be this consistently bad. Steve, you've mentioned time and time again, just have someone in the box, let them
The
evaluate
NHL has
throughout.
the War Room in Toronto.
Yes.
Like, even have something like that.
Anything like that. And these 5 guys are dedicated to this game. These 5 guys are just anything. But it's terrible. Now, you were the benefit of it this week.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Bill Belichick, for using 2 challenges.
2 challenges to disallow the touchdown that should have happened because there was about 5 inches of space between that guy's cleat getting it, 3 inches of space getting into the end zone there. But that's bad. Like, that kind of stuff can't happen. That changes the complexion of a season. You may not be staring at a top 5 power ranked football team in Kansas City right now if that happens, because Tom Brady may have come down the field and won. You may not have gotten the opportunity to go back down. Like, you don't know. You can't fuck up that bad. It just can't happen.
I mean, what really screwed them over is that they called him out of bounds. They called him out of bounds.
And it
so
wasn't
it's
a
not.
scoring
So it's not a
play.
scoring play.
So there was no review.
Right. What they could change there is it's a potential scoring play.
Yes, I agree.
That's right there. That's how you
and
can
that's
fix
an
that.
easy change.
That's how you can fix that. Again, you need to have someone like. How can the sports channels, the media have like their own guy up there,
Right.
but the NFL can't.
It's absurd. I think it's because it devalues the guys on the field. They think,
I don't give a shit.
neither do I. You can't have this product this bad. Like, it's just because the NFL's a bad product.
You've had so many issues for so many years. You literally had a ref lockout.
Yeah.
And nothing got better.
I arguably got worse, honestly.
Yeah.
It's
You know what?
not
Maybe
great.
the ref said, fuck you, we're not going to do our best.
Sure.
Conspiracy theory.
All right. Man, we really got to put that back into Whiskey Rambo. I think we only did one. It was fun, though. But yeah, so, like, aside from the eye in the sky, so to speak, that you've kind of said, like, hey, keep someone up there, what other kind of changes do you think that the NFL or sports in general
Have fucking drones.
could do? Thank you. Why not? Right?
Yeah. You have drones.
Those cameras are
even
insane.
even with this eye in the sky, you got drones.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's again. You keep saying it.
We live in 2019. We have drones.
Oh yeah.
Fucking drones that just fucking helicopter around a fucking thing and record people. Like, come on. Use that for a game. I mean, for a dome, you just have it very tippy top. Like, who gives
Sure.
a shit? No.
That's it. Just put a couple on the rafters.
They,
That's it.
they tried
don't even
that
have to
fucking
hover.
skyline cam, right?
That's
They
it.
tried that. You don't even need the fucking line. You just have a drone.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, that. I still can't get over that. They can't have one guy watching the game up top to, like, concur on calls when the NFL, when Fox or CBS or NBC can have one guy up there and be like, yeah, I think this is the wrong call. Like, fucking
Right.
get him away from them and just have him be your guy. Like, it doesn't make sense.
So you mentioned the war room in Toronto for the NHL.
Yeah.
They may play an extra 3.5 minutes before they get word from the war room that says, hey, that goal that you said didn't go in, it went in 3.5 minutes ago. You got to stop play and you got to correct that.
So guess what? 3.5, like, you're telling me, like, play happened for 3.5 minutes?
Continued for 3.5
Okay,
minutes, and then they get the call.
Yeah, but you could easily do that with the NFL.
Exactly.
And you can call it the war room. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's patented.
Who knows? Who cares? But you got to do something. Like you can't put a product out that week in and week out we can sit there and so clearly say, and so many replays can come out week in, week out, game in and game out, that deciding plays are being fucked. Shit. I keep getting all these text messages that I definitely don't need to get. Like, people just text me for dumb shit.
See, me, every time I get a text, I'm just like, all right, what the fuck is this about work? Or who the fuck could be texting me? That's how lonely I am.
Well, and taking you back to the intro. But you were the benefit, Steve, and we'll roll into Chiefs talk with this. You were the benefit of that call. Chiefs, they get a win. They get a break.
And Harry was 100%. That was a touchdown.
What's this now?
That Harry thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
Yep.
It was 100% inbounds.
Yep.
Thank you, refs, for not calling it. Thank you, Bill Belichick, for already using your timeouts. But
Challenges.
yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for potentially losing timeouts. Tom Brady, how do you not realize that you're out of challenges? You're 43 years old. You've played this game for so long. You're so close with Bill Belichick. How do you not realize that you're out of challenges? That was weird. You did like one eye blink, and freaked me out. Sorry.
I may be having a stroke. I don't know.
I don't know. It sounded
Hey,
like
if
a
I'm
drunk
lucky.
person would do.
Maybe. Look, if I'm having a stroke,
I think
then
you
I'll have to
did it
go to
again.
Ardmore for work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, have fun. So
Ridiculous.
tell her.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Dumb as
easy.
hell.
It's easy.
I know it is.
So I've seen it. So it's so thankful for that. But like, Bill Belichick is a genius. He is. Like,
for sure.
Like, there's no outside of like the whole Spygate shit that like he's gone
Which
through
they did again. kind
again.
of.
Yeah, it's happening again.
Like, and it was with the Bengals. The fuck do you need?
Right?
Why?
Yeah. We're on to Cincinnati.
Just throw out anyone. Pick out a bunch of assholes drunk in the crowd. They'll win.
I think he's just scared of Zach Taylor. Or maybe he's trying to see how close to Sean McVay is he in his playbook.
Oh, God.
Maybe. That's the only
Feels
thing
very
I can think
water
of.
boy like.
Water sucks. Okay. I can't. So, Bill Belichick is extremely smart. He's a goddamn genius. He challenged 2 plays on 1 challenge.
What's this?
He challenged 2 calls on 1 challenge. It was a pass interference, and I forget what the other one was. But he challenged 2 things on 1 thing.
Pass interference hold.
Yeah. So that's brilliant. The fact that he gets 2 and 1, it's brilliant. Who else is going to do it?
Just Belichick.
Yeah. Another thing about Belichick was I was so scared going into the game that they didn't have a kicker, like either signed or healthy. I was like, fuck. Patriots are going to end up winning this game without a kicker. It's going to be the new thing. Teams don't have a kicker. Me, I'm a huge kicker fan because it was probably my best way of getting into the NFL was probably kicking or punting. But it's like, oh, man, I was so scared. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, they signed Nick Folk again. All right. Yeah, we can win this. But, yeah, the refs truly did help us out. It was great to see. It was great to see Patriots fans cry about it and also boo their team. You've had so much unprecedented fucking success in the NFL in the past, 19 years? The past 2 decades, basically. And you're going to boo your team? How? How do you boo your team in that situation? If I saw the Flyers win 5 Stanley Cups in 15 years of existence,
you got to pass forever.
Yes, literally. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But
dude, Boston's petty.
Won.
Like the
fuck Boston. Fuck
so
Boston.
Petty.
Fuck them with a broomstick up their ass. Fuck them.
A nurse.
They've had so much goddamn success in sports that it's just unfathomable outside of Boston.
Right. I hate those T-shirts that like 10-year-olds wear. That have been like, I've only seen 4 seasons that I didn't see a championship. Like, you can just kiss my ass.
I'm not gonna say anything about the children. Fuck their parents.
That too.
Fuck them, because they know what they're doing. They're buying that shirt for their children and going, you're kind of a troll. It's hilarious. We've won so many championships. All in your lifetime. And at least half mine. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, God, I hate Boston so much.
Not a fan of the Boston.
I hate Massachusetts. It's fucking just... Get the whole
I
state.
hate the city over there, so...
Yeah,
it's not a pleasurable existence.
All right, but the Chiefs. Going back to the Chiefs.
Back to the Chiefs.
Steve Spagnuolo.
Look, man, I hand in the sky. I
Hand in the air. Both of us.
I was wrong.
Hand in the air. We were both wrong.
It took 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But that defense is coming along, man. They
really are. Frank Clark literally has the flu and a stomach virus, and he's still playing the game of his life.
In the tent. Like, I'm convinced that's what was happening. At one point, they were like, just pull the tent over him. And, I swear to God, I saw him walk there just already dropping trowel. Like, 100% pooping on the sidelines.
Chris Jones is a freak. The man needs to get paid. And they got.
You don't have the money to do it.
They do. Sam Watkins is not coming back.
Is $15 million off the cap for you. 18?
Yeah. It's around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely not coming back. Like, he had his great 3 weeks, which I think he will always have. It's the Sammy Watkins thing. Yeah.
Yep.
He'll always have his great 3 weeks.
He's the speed version of Alshon. You get 3 great weeks, 3 never know if he's healthy, misses some games.
It's actually
basically the same.
Pretty solid. Yeah.
Same
comparable.
person.
Spencer Ware led the running backs technically in like playing time and touches. Pissed me off. I like Spencer Ware and all. I've been a huge proponent of his game.
He's the Reno Mahe for you guys.
But he's better.
Well, yeah. Everyone's better than Reno Mahe.
Listen, just because he's serving an Applebee's doesn't mean anything.
I think
it was like a joke on Twitter like 6 years ago. but yeah, like, I really like Spencer Ware. I did like bringing him back. But
it filled a need, but that's your 4th back.
But Darwin Thompson last week helped you kill about 7 to 9 minutes of clock against the Raiders.
Against a good Raiders defense.
Yeah.
It's a good defense.
I hate the Raiders, so I'm not going to agree with you.
I do hate the Raiders, but it's a good defense.
You said we were going to go 13-3.
I know. What are they going to go? 13-3. What are they going to go? 13-3. You wrote down 3-13. Oh shit. Yep. Thank you for reminding me of my dyslexia. Dyslexia.
Okay. Yeah. One of the better Chiefs talk shows before it got retired.
Yeah, and rolled into this segment.
Yep. And
which we still should reconsider at some point.
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah,
we will. because I think I've done better talking about them on the Chiefs talk show than I have here, because I just like...
I think it's tough, because like we go through 45 minutes to an hour on other shit, and then we're like, and now for Chiefs. And we're like, well...
Yeah. And me right now, I'm like, this is my third day recording podcast. I'm already tired of it.
I believe it.
But yeah, so Darwin Thompson.
Oh yeah, how'd your guest spot go? We'll talk about him in Whiskey Ramble.
Yeah. So Darwin Thompson, he helps you on that huge drive to solidify your win. I mean, it was an easy win. He gets a touchdown, I think. I think he got a touchdown.
I don't think so.
Whatever. He led to a touchdown. And you start LaShawn, I understand that. But then you give Spencer Ware the most touches. I understand.
Think LaShawn's going to be your 20-touch guy in the playoffs.
I hope not.
I feel like Andy Reid's going to do it.
I mean, he said that he scratched LaShawn fresh. Yeah. But no, I don't want to see him like that, because I just know it's guaranteed fumble.
He never had fumbling issues, and
I know the thing is, like, he's so up there, but like now it's happening.
Yeah.
When you get older, his grip is gone, I guess.
Yeah.
But Darwin Thompson does so well for you. Running backs coach says, yeah, you go out there and you do your thing. He does it, and they're really proud of him. It's what they expected from him. And then you give Spencer Ware
all the touches again.
New guy.
Do you think it was just because it was New England, a must win?
Maybe they're trying to hide Darwin from them. But I mean, I'm also thinking that Darwin missed that easy kind of screen pass where he just dropped it.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking
that was on his off hip though. Like I feel like that was like he
it was
pirouette.
casual, like he's like
but like he had to like pirouette for it. It was weird.
But still,
I mean, you got to catch it, but like
you got to catch it, but still, like this is a 6th round rookie who did well for you last week. Keep it rolling. He gets at least a hiccup, like at least one. So like I was really upset about that. But other than that, Travis Kelce's still great. Sammy Watkins again, he was there.
Doing his Sammy thing.
Yeah, I have the fucking stats here, sorry. Patrick Mahomes hurting his hand. That's something we got to talk about. Yeah.
It's not broken, though.
It's not, and I'm really happy to see that.
It's badly bruised.
Yeah, so, just ice it, kiss it, they'll be fine.
Pat Mahomes' girlfriend hating the Boston fans, right?
I didn't see that. I didn't care to look at it, but we
dumb
all hate Boston fans.
Everyone hates Boston. They're terrible humans. Everyone in the Northeast, like, we're terrible humans too.
Yeah, you're right. I am a
like
pretty
it's like a
terrible
competition
person.
of like how much of an asshole we can be.
I'm on GameCast, not box score. That's my problem. But yeah, so Patrick Mahomes, he throws the ball, his hand hits a helmet. I forget whose. It was some lineman, offensive, defensive. I don't remember. But since then, I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. Matt Moore time. Skip Bayless said that we have more fire under Matt Moore.
So whatever, Skip.
Fuck. Yeah, Travis Kelce's great. Tyreek Hill. Mecole Hardman. This is what I was trying to get at. I couldn't remember it. Mecole Hardman, 1 catch, 48 yards, touchdown. He's just not getting the ball. And when he does, he scores a touchdown for over 40 yards.
So do you feel like he is eventually going to be like the next over-the-top big threat, like a Deshaun, like a guy who is just destined to average 25 yards a catch or more?
Maybe, but I think...
Because like
this is where I think Watkins is perfect in this offense.
Because he'll cross the middle for you and open him up.
Yes, along with Tyreek Hill, well, who's getting double covered?
Yeah.
This is why, like, salary cap reasons, Sammy Watkins is gone. But at the same time, it's like, this is why he's so integral to the offense. He gets his catches, usually. He gets his yards. He has his one game.
3.
His one insane game.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And a half.
Week 1. Week 1 or week 2, whichever it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it opens up Mecole Hardman, who's now like getting this playbook down. He's running his routes. He's making his plays. I just think they're too focused on making him the returner. Because they're using him as the kick and the punt returner.
I know they are, but that's not... Like, Andy Reid used integral players back there all the time, and they still played high snap volumes. Whether it was Brian Westbrook, whether it was Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin was back there for a little bit at one point.
No, that's Doug Peterson.
Yeah, Greg Ward.
You have 2 receivers healthy. Keep
was,
throwing them out there for punt returns.
Yeah, keep going. Thank you. He spun out of one, and I was like, did he die? Because who's the next Vince Papale? Who's trying out in the locker room right now? Who's running wind sprints? Who's running a 4-3? And they're just like, let's give him a go. South Philly zone, Vince Papale 2.0. No, that was moronic on Doug Peterson's part. But yeah, man, I genuinely, like, I get that feel with the Mecole Hardman thing. I feel like he's just destined to be that game-changing player. Like, he's never going to get 80 catches a season. I feel like he's like a 40 to 60 catch guy when he's good and going. And I feel like he's going to average like 22 to 26 yards a catch, and he's just going to he's going to be explosive.
I can honestly see it as well. Next thing I want to talk about is the blocked punt.
Okay.
So, Andy Reid came out and said that they had a fake called. And me, at first, I'm like, he's just fucking bullshitting. He's just trying to like
Probably
defend
was
Dave
ass.
Tube and everyone like on the special teams unit. But you watch the play again, like over and over again. Like,
Yeah, don't you see him call it?
The 17 times that I watched it. And then somebody pointed out this was like the same fake call they called like 2 years ago against the Falcons. That went to Albert Wilson and he ran for like 30 yards.
Yeah, didn't you see the up man call it?
I didn't.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I guess James Winchester, who I erroneously called Jesse Winchester at work, and then me Googling Jesse Winchester, and it turns out some Canadian-American country singer.
Canadian.
So I'm watching it again. I'm like, okay. So he snaps it back. And Jordan Lucas, who I guess is the runner in this situation, he's replacing Albert Wilson, which is strange, I guess, because you're putting a safety in a running situation.
Dawkins.
What about Brian Dawkins?
It's the Brian Dawkins play. Brian Dawkins scored a touchdown on it.
Okay, well, so did Albert Wilson,
So
wide receiver, Miami
it was
Dolphins.
Pete.
So he wants to catch it, but he realizes, nope, I'm going to fumble that. And then it goes to Colquitt, who's not even looking up because he's expecting, but he catches it. He's like, oh, shit.
And soccer
Gets
buff.
blocked. But if you look at it again, there's so many blockers on the one side, or there's so many Patriots players on the one side, and there's so many blockers on Jordan Lucas' side. Like, he might actually get it. What confuses me, it was 4th and 19. So you're hoping to get 20 yards on this fake. That's ballsy.
That's dumb.
I appreciate the ballsiness.
I don't know that I.
But against the Patriots, I don't remember what time of the game it was, but it was ballsy. But let's move on and look at towards this week against the Broncos. They got Drew Lock, man.
Yeah, it's like a bye week. Would you, if it came out that
I'm not
Patrick
considering it
Mahomes-
that.
If it came out that Patrick Mahomes was like, you know what, he could definitely use the week and his hand's pretty jacked up,
Okay, yes, I would be fine with it.
you'd be pretty cool with Matt Moore playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I feel like that may happen depending on the severity of that bruise.
Yeah.
Because they showed it. He has like a helmet-sized knot on the top of his fucking hand. It was so ugly looking.
He's literally just there.
I'm like,
every hour.
A football.
He's there for an hour iced, and then
out. Ice out.
girlfriend.
Let me get a titty.
I gotta warm it up.
That's it. Yeah, please sit up. Too funny. But yeah, man, it's a perfect week for a Denver matchup, honestly.
I think so, but I mean, Drew Lock looks like he could be okay. Could be okay. You know, he's done all right.
What round was he even drafted in? I don't even.
I think it was second, maybe first.
No.
He was definitely top two rounds.
No way.
All right. You know I'm going to get it to you before you.
Yeah, I'm typing on a phone. You have a laptop.
That, and also you have a lot of misspellings.
All right.
Second round.
All right, look at you.
He was pick number 42, so he was 10th in the second round. Yeah, I don't know. It's just rookie quarterback. Fire under his ass. He's got to impress John Elway.
It's in Denver, right?
Next tab. Scroll up. Have to click back.
Thank you for navigating the screen for us.
Imagine listening to
Narrating
someone,
the navigation of the screen. That's what I was
Imagine listening to someone narrate what they're doing
On the
as they
computer.
do it. Yes. Welcome to my everyday life at work.
Oh, fuck. That's awful.
Yeah.
Yup.
Okay, go to this, go to that, go to that. Okay.
Click
Or
over
like,
this tab.
imagine you're the customer.
Not fun.
Tis confusion.
So where's it at? Is it in Denver?
Listen, I'm loading screen right now.
Sweet God, man. I got it.
It is at home.
Shit. I was
It's a
so
home
close
game.
to getting it. All right. Good for you.
Home game, away at Bears, home against Chargers.
That Chargers game's more interesting now than what it would have been 3 weeks ago.
How so? Because they won a game?
Well, first of all, here's one of the problems that I have with listening to Kelly Greenhour. Sometimes they speak a lot of logic that I don't want to hear because I don't like the Chargers. This year, every year I trust them. I'm like, they're going to start out like shit, but they're going to win like 9 in a row somewhere and like sneak into the playoffs or be like the last team eliminated. During the regular season, but like Phil Rivers has looked bad for a lot of this year, and the Melvin Gordon thing, not great. Austin Eckler's ridiculous. Defense
He's great.
Is,
I think he's a free agent this year.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's
Eagles.
We have like 85 running backs, and we run the ball like 3.5 times a game.
I think Sanders is similar to Eckler, so
So do I. Yeah.
I think you re-signed Jordan Howard.
I would love to re-sign Jordan Howard. Trying to diminish the value right now. Conspiracy theory. That's Stinger.
I've read that.
I don't think you can play, Jordan. This is not good.
Yeah.
Coach.
1 year, $3 million. Okay.
That's it. One more year out of
Okay. I won 4. Okay.
it. Fine. You got it.
Okay. So Chargers.
Yeah, so they're
They're 5-8.
almost every single game they play is a one-possession game.
Literally, besides their blowout just now.
The blowout that they had last week, right.
Anthony Lynn keeps his job. I retract my...
And that was the other thing, because we all thought, well, that's a guy who's going to lose his job. But it's working out. Like, I don't know. Like, do they make a push and go 8-8? And, like, I don't know. Like, what's the state of that division right now? Hold on.
Literally, I think the Broncos and Chargers are both 5-8.
5-8.
And then the Raiders actually might
Raiders
be
are
6-7, 5-8, 6-7,
5-8.
5-8.
They might be 6-7, because what was your bet?
Yeah, they're 5-8 because I haven't lost that bet yet.
Right.
Okay. Dan Quinn hasn't gotten fired this year, and I think he is. Sorry, I'm going to my Steve takes now.
The Steve Take page.
Chiefs are going to be good. Jordan Matthews, Steve take was gone.
Deleting all the ones that have expired.
Yeah. Bruce Boudreaux, first coach fired. That was obviously gone. I just forgot to update. Dan Quinn gets fired this year.
Still might happen.
I'm taking it out. They are playing for his job right now. I think he still gets fired in the offseason because I just don't think it's enough. But yeah, I was wrong. He's not getting
They
fired
only
this
beat
season.
good teams and the Eagles. It's just a mess.
Yeah, so yeah, that's all I have really. Do you have anything else?
No, that's all I got for this week in Backyard Beers and Football. Like I said, we have a whiskey ramble to record after this. You're on day 3 of podcasting. I have 3 shows tonight.
You're doing another one after Whiskey Ramble?
Yeah, so we are... All right, you know what? You're the name guy, so you're going to help me out real quick here.
Okay.
So we have a new Philadelphia Phillies podcast coming out, so spoiler to all you listeners who have been missing in Cap We Trust. We have some new personalities on it. So we have Scott from TJ's One of Us and Andrew from TJ's One of Us as well. And he's one of our writers.
You can't think of a name for your show?
So we've been back and forth between a bunch of different names, and so I wanted to call it "Don't Shit on Shortstop," like "Don't Poop on Shortstop."
Yeah, no,
I like it, man.
no.
And that's what Scott liked.
You gotta be family friendly.
But that's the thing. Don't, and then it's just an S with like asterisk, 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 asterisk. I can't say that word 3 times in a row. That's crazy.
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
And you're drunk. That's impressive. Well buzzed.
I didn't say
drunk.
that fast though. So.
That's the same thing. So we don't know what it's going to be called yet. So we got to
Philly
figure
show
this
name?
shit out. Yeah, man, we got to figure out a Philly's name. So we're not positive.
D.D.
yet.
Kingery.
D.D. Kingery. No, we're not. We're going away from names, especially because Didi's on a 1-year contract. Scott Carey has played one half of a good season so far. As much as I love the kid.
Okay.
But that's what I got later tonight.
I'll look up. I'll enter my brain tubes for you.
All right, thanks, man. We appreciate it. My other one was Susan Sarandon's a babe, because she is. And she's
wrong.
in a lot of different baseball movies, so it worked for me. It was either that or Rene Russo's a babe, who is also in a lot of other baseball movies.
I'll think some Phillies things for you.
So, good. Phillies or baseball? All right, so rate the drink this week. We'll just keep it with Steve's Red Bull and Tellermerdue. He's been pouring 3 to 4 fingers of Tellermerdue with maybe match that with the Red Bull there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a quality drink. How is it working for you? Good?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
All right. It's like a 6.5. So if you're at home and you're listening to the next show that comes on after this, which is Whiskey Ramble, drink with us and pour that, because that is what Steve will be drinking throughout that show.
Nope, I'm out of Red Bull.
We will be drinking straight Tellermerdue with whatever ice is left in the counter that he left out earlier before we started recording this show. So you should also 100% order food from Just Food if you're local. It is Just Food, 215-794-FOOD, 215-794-3663. Treat yourself, take it home, enjoy some delicious eats from Asian Rob and his people over there at Just Food. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want, they got it. It is absolutely delicious. And Asian Rob's a cool guy. They also have coffee, but I will be honest, that's dog shit. Don't get the coffee. Unless you
That's not a way to promote something.
It's honest.
Remember the first time I did?
What did you say?
I said, I got a sandwich roll, and I was like, it was good if you like that, but I didn't realize it.
And
that
you didn't know
like
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Definitely, just go check them out. They're great. I would say like
They are great.
98.5% of the time you're going to absolutely love what you got. The other 1.5 time is going to be if you get coffee.
Or if you get something that you weren't sure what it was because you didn't read it.
That's true. But it is a wonderful product over there.
Know what you like in order.
Know what you like in order. Rob will also be back next week, but definitely be sure to rate and review the pod because we forget to ask for this every single week. You can always write in for us questions, Lane Johnson's advice columns, things like that. You can reach us on Twitter. It's at AMY Podcast. We will eventually have a one specific for each show that we will 100% not manage because none of us like being on social media, but it'll be there in case you want to use it.
I'm good at retweeting.
So Steve is good at retweeting, and I'm good at, like, every once in a while remembering I have a Twitter. But mine, every once in a while that I check, is at Shane_Mead, and Steve is at Schmitty324. I already gave the podcast one. You can also check out our website, which will, for like the 8th time, be totally revamped at some point after the new year. So it's www.alwaysnextyearpodcast.com. Other than that, subscribe to us on iTunes, leave us a review, tell your friends and family and everything else. Validate our existence. We love you guys. And we will be back with Whiskey Ramble shortly.
A fighting man I used to be, revered and feared through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, and so jiggle my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son still had me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.